I know in one of my videos, I talked about the difference between the people or the students who make it versus the students who don't, is that the students who do make it think that they can. And I want to delve a little bit deeper into what it actually means. The students who actually do think that they can, they are not doing all of these things. And I do want to focus on the things that they're not doing first, because we want to eliminate that from our lives to actually be operating from a different energy level, right? So first, they are not worrying about their grades or their future. They're not worried that I don't know whether I'm going to get this grade or not. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. So they're not spending time in the worrying state of mind. Two, they're not just learning the easy stuff. They're learning the hard stuff as well. The students who think that they can, they're not just learning the easy stuff. And the third is they're not just working all the time. They're not working extra hard all the time. Yes, they're working extra hard some days right before the end of the semester. They're working hard a few months of the year, but not every month. They're not sloggers. They're confident in their capabilities. And then the last one, they're not just working all the time, and they're not ignoring their physical health, their spiritual health, their mental health. Like, they do other activities besides just studying and sitting on a computer or learning from the textbook. They do take out the time for physical activities like going for a walk, going to the gym, rock climbing, and they do have varied interests. I do want to delve a little bit deeper into an example here, which is, well, if you have had a productive day all day, right? You studied for 10 hours, you started at 8 o'clock in the morning, you got done at 6 p.m., you had a productive day. Or in another scenario, you didn't have a productive day. You only studied for 2 or 3 hours and you wanted to study more, you wanted to have a longer time period to study, and that didn't work very well. But in both of these scenarios, it's possible that at the end of the day, you're sitting on your couch, right, watching TV, and you're starting to get worried about your exam, the difficult subject that you're learning. And now you go back to open your textbook to only learn again, to put your mind to it again, to spend more time on it. Well, obviously, I'm not saying that, this is something that you shouldn't be doing right before your exam, right? Make sure, you want to get in 12, 13 hours before your exam, sure. That's not something that I'm talking about. This is the mindset that you should be developing the first day of your class or even before that. This is something you're trying to develop a character for doing hard things in life. We are just talking about how to create a belief system where you will become a human being that can take on challenges. So coming back to, now the worries are creeping in. Now you're taking the action because you're worried, not because you want to. You're not like, oh, I'm trying to think of this problem and I'm not 100% sure like how this works or how this equation got derived, and I'm really interested. And there, I feel like a gap in my information or knowledge, right? And if you are going back into your textbook to answer that question for yourself, that's perfect. That's awesome, right? You should do that. But now if you're doing that because you think that you're worried, I'm not sure like what's going to be in my future, that state of mind is a true representation of you not believing in yourself. And that is when you don't really think that you can. That is an example when even when you worked so hard, you don't think you can. I was getting a lot of these comments on my TikTok saying that people who think they can, they also will make up for that with action. Yes, that is true. But even though you might be taking actions because, during the day you started to think, I can do this. But then by the end of the day, you take more action because again, now you're thinking that, I don't know if I can or if I cannot. So now you delve into this new reality or this new mindset where you don't know if you can or you cannot. And that mindset creeps into your next day and next day and next day. And you end up becoming weaker in your mindset during the period of the week or that month, unless you actually catch yourself sitting there and thinking, oh my gosh, am I actually thinking that I will not be able to do that? And then take yourself out of that worry, spend more time creating a stronger belief system, then that would be something that would be called working on your belief system. It's easier said than actually done. That maybe doesn't show up all the time, but they creep into us. They creep into at different times. And when you catch yourself at those times, then you will actually see yourself transforming. So let me know what you got out of this video, and I will see you next time. Have a great, wonderful, blessed day.